Greetings, all you miraculous people out there. Duuz-Diz-Din here to talk about the Miraculous Ladybug Season 3 episode, Ikari Gozen. And, ooh, you smell that? That's the smell of new Miraculous Holder. Let's jump right in. As we start up, we actually see that there is a massive prize for Friendship Day in Paris, and that is being able to snap a pic with Adrian Agress. So, it's basically a challenge where you and an unknown entity that you end up being paired with in the contest have to form a friendship, solve clues, and find Adrian hidden somewhere in Paris. So naturally, Marinette and all her friends are ecstatic to go on this massive scavenger hunt, especially Marinette. Meanwhile, we see that Kagami is training with her mother, who is being as intense as usual. Because Kagami is not as well trained as her mother, and her mother is very Spartan like in her training regimen when it comes to sword fighting. However, Kagami is a little distracted as well because she too wanted to enter into the Friendship Day contest and potentially get a friend of her own. But Kagami's mother is very unwilling to do this as she finds that it is a distraction. Doing such things which makes no sense, and the fact that Gabriel Agress would allow his son to participate, shows that he has flaws in her opinion. Oof, man, this woman is cold as ice. And as her mother goes about something. She had something she needed to attend to at the museum, I believe. The self-driving car that they have because, Kagami's mother is blind. She can't drive herself. I'm surprised she just doesn't have a driver or something. But I guess it's to show off that, oh, they're from Japan, the land of technology. Ooh, self-driving car. I don't know if Japan has that. I know this is a thing that actually does exist, though, but it's wildly expensive. So, I guess, yeah, yeah, it's a thing. But Kagami uses a recording of her mother's voice in order to be able to go to the location of the first clue where she'll meet up with her Friendship Day partner. Marinette has also figured out the first clue to meet up with her partner, only to find that it is Kagami, and she immediately is none too thrilled at the idea of teaming up with Kagami, but decides that she'll sabotage everything because of the fact that Adrian and Kagami have so much in common, she would hate to have them meet up and get all buddy buddy. Meanwhile, Kagami notices Marinette acting a little bit strange, but that's to be usual. If you're on the outside looking in, you know how strange Marinette is. Honestly speaking, actually knowing Marinette the way that we do, she's strange, period. But ultimately the two end up meeting up. Kagami is trying her best in order to be a friend to Marinette, while Marinette is very much trying to force things as they get the next clue. But as they walk towards it, Marinette gets a call from Alia, who has met her partner, the Adrian fanboy. But because of that knowledge, they feel that there'll be a shoe in to get to Adrian first, which is something that Marinette is cool with as she intends to sabotage Kagami. So they get to their next clue, and Kagami asks a lot of random questions about Marinette, like blood type, certain kinds of food she likes, just very like quiz questions in order to kind of become her friend, I guess you could say. But they end up finding the clues, and in fact, Kagami finds the clues very rapidly. Like, they really do make some quick headway because Kagami's just that smart. And despite Marinette's best efforts, she just cannot stop the machine that is Kagami. With the last test before they can actually go and see Adrian being taking a selfie with each other's phones. So as Marinette makes off with Kagami's phone, she actually plans to snoop throughout Kagami's phone and find out some inside secrets, only to find that Kagami doesn't have much of anything on her phone. No contacts aside from her mother. And the thing that Kagami has been looking at pretty much all day has been actual questions to ask Marinette in order to gain a friend, which makes Marinette feel very bad. And as Kagami is using Marinette's phone to take a selfie, she ends up seeing a message call from Alia about how, oof, I'm sorry you got stuck with Kagami. Hopefully you can manage to sabotage everything. So naturally Kagami's feeling dejected, and those emotions leave her susceptible to the machinations of Hawk Moth. And so as Kagami meets back up with Marinette, feeling just all kinds of put down, suddenly a call comes through on Kagami's phone from her mother, and Marinette does her best to try to smooth things over, and by do her best, I mean she completely flubs everything up. But Kagami actually is taken aback and genuinely kind of impressed by Marinette's efforts to actually try to be a friend to her this time, raising her spirits and emotion, just kind of giving the Akuma nothing to feed off of. However, Hawkmoth notices another nearby rise of emotion, the emotion of a mother who feels challenged. And so it ends up possessing the wooden boken of Kagami's mother, turning her into Ikari Gozen, infusing her with the automated car that she has, her into a centaur samurai warrior who finds Kagami and consumes her, locking her within the depths of her car body. Ugh, that's a fetish for somebody. But Marinette feels completely guilty about the whole situation and transforms. Meanwhile, Adrian hears the Akuma alert and transforms himself. As Ladybug does her best to fight off Ikari Gozen, to no avail because she's just too big and powerful. So when Cat Noir arrives on the scene, Ladybug lays it on him. The whole situation, how Kagami has been captured, how she's been overpowered, and she decides that she'll bring out her lucky charm in order to figure things out. And it ends up being a movie ticket, cluing her into where she needs to go. So she asks Cat Noir to keep Ikari Gozen busy as she runs to the cinema and finds Master Fu incognito, as he's still trying to evade Hawkmoth, finding where he's at and who he is. So he gives Marinette the miraculous box, in order to pick out a miraculous to help her defeat Ikari Gozen. So she chooses the dragon necklace in order to give it to a special someone. So Ladybug meets up with Cat Noir, and she brings out yet another lucky charm. This time, bath bombs, which she shoves into this nearby container with the Dragon Miraculous, launching it into Ikari Gozen's gaping maw and down to Kagami, who opens everything up, revealing Long, the Dragon Kwame, who tries to explain Marinette's plan to Kagami, who just immediately and compulsively, wears the Dragon Miraculous and, summons Long to her. I completely forgot what the activation phrase was. Oh well. Well, she's very impulsive in the whole situation, gains the powers of the Dragon Miraculous, and immediately starts to use it, turning herself into wind. In order to escape from Ikari Gozen's body, she dubs herself Ryuko, and is ready for combat, despite Ladybug being like, that wasn't part of the plan. But Ryuko has her own plans, and that's to do battle against her mother. However, during the ensuing fight, Cat Noir ends up being captured and restrained within Ikari Gozen. Ryuko feels a little bit down on herself, but Ladybug's like, look, you made a mistake, but that doesn't make you a failure. This time, we follow my plan. And so, allows herself to be captured, and the moment she is within Ikari Gozen, activates her water dragon form, dousing the bath bombs, causing unfortunate situation to happen in Ikari Gozen, causing her to vomit up Cat Noir. Cat Noir takes out her Boken, and Ladybug manages to capture the Akuma there and restoring everything back to normal. The trio, you know, gave fist bump to show their yay victory woo, and Kagami gives up the Dragon Miraculous, unfortunately not being allowed to become a Miraculous holder again because Hawkmoth knows who she is because of what happened, as well as the fact that it would endanger her friends and family. But Kagami's just like, well, I don't really have that many friends. But Ladybug lets her know that, hey, not having many friends isn't the problem. It's just having friends who actually care about you. That's what you should focus on. And so, Kagami meets back up with Marinette, showing that they ended up losing the contest regardless. And ultimately, Marinette isn't too down as she wants to just spend time with Kagami and show her that she can be a true friend. A very nice little episode. It was great to see Kagami finally as Ikari Gozen. Oh, no, sorry. Finally see Kagami as Ryuko. I've gotten too used to saying Ikari Gozen, but this was actually kind of spoiled by Jeremy Zag on his Instagram, so yet another thing I knew was coming because of the creator of this series. But regardless, it was nice to see, but I'm like, oh, you should get used to it again. It's just like, no, come on, let her use the power. She took to it so fast. She did so well. I hate this whole rule about them not being able to, become that character again. If anyone deserves to use the Dragon Miraculous again, it's Kagami. But tell me your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. Do you think it's BS that Kagami will never again be allowed to use the Dragon Miraculous? Or do you feel that she will definitely be able to use it multiple times in the future, well into seasons 4 and 5, and, that won't be a issue? I'm interested to hear your thoughts, and how do you also feel about Marinette and Kagami becoming friends? BFFs forever? I don't think so, but just friends. That's good too. Until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Subscribe, like, bell, whatever. Find me on social media. Be careful what you find, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.